I think is most worrying, even though you're looking at, like we said, 150, 200 seat majority for the Labour Party, is that one, by neglecting your base of traditionally progressive people in the UK, when you get to looking for a second term, you're in a very dangerous position at that point, I think. But similarly, and Starmer was doing it today, saying that Rishi Sunak is too liberal on immigration. That's, I've paraphrased, but he used the word liberal. He said Sunak was too liberal on immigration. I don't think you can ever... You can't feed that dragon forever. Eventually it will eat you. Do you know, Keir Starmer will never be racist enough for the racist voters that certain elements of the Tory party and certain elements of Reform pander to. Mm-hmm. And if you don't make a positive vision, this guy, all he has to do with, let's say, Farage and Reform as an example, if he has like a pretty extensive house building policy, there are tons of young people who will just hold their nose and say, I don't like what he says about Muslims. I don't like what he says about our European friends. But I'm not going to wait until I'm 36 to buy a house. Mm-hmm. So here we go, it's Reform. And I think that's incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so the examples there already at the moment with Sunak, because Sunak has tried to appease the right wing of the Tory party, but he's never been able to get them on side. He's never been able to convince Truss, and he's never going to be able to convince her, but he's never been able to get Braverman and Jenrick and some of the other folk on the really right wing of the Conservative Party, because he's tried to do just exactly what you're saying there, whether it's with Rwanda or whether it's with some of the other mad stuff he's put forward. He's tried to tack right, but they will always go further, and that's where Starmer at the moment needs to make sure that he stops and he says, no, this is what I believe in, this is who I am. And he's not doing that, and he's not done that his entire leadership. Like before he became leader, was it 2020 when he was saying we need to make the progressive case for why migrants matter to the UK.
Maintaining freedom of movement.
Yeah, maintaining freedom of movement. We need to make sure that people know that they contribute more to society than they take out, that the foundations of our NHS, our social care system and our businesses are people coming to live and work here. And within a couple of years, he's standing on the telly saying we need to put caps on this and we need to reduce it. And where's the hope and the optimism there? And you're right, he's never going to be able to please these people, because no matter what he does, they will always pitch further and further right. But as he chases them, he takes his own party and he takes the UK not from the centre left, but to the centre and then to the centre right and then beyond. And that's not good enough. And that's where, like, for me, sitting here in Scotland watching it, going, I don't want to be a part of this. Surely we can do something bigger and better and be part of a positive European future, which is outward looking, which says we want people to come and live and work here and develop the new technologies of tomorrow, so we can get on and battle the climate crisis and deal with all the challenges that we face. And that's now is the time for politicians to stand up and be counted and say, these are our principles, these are our values. And I think the public are longing for that. And, we were talking about the polls earlier on. There was, I'm sure within one of them yesterday, was the bit that a lot of the public would love another choice. They would love another choice. In Scotland, they're fortunate we have that choice, which is John Swinney and the SNP. Plug just swiftly
right in the plug.
See how good that was done. I've been waiting that entire interview to do that.
Seamless.
But there is that third option, which doesn't exist in vast swathes of England.
Lib Dems,
but apart from potentially for some people now, which is going to be Farage, and that's scary. So yeah, I would just urge. I would urge all politicians at the moment to make sure that they're standing up for what it is they believe in, and that's easier said than done.
Got to have something to believe in as well.